In this particular video, I will talk about the three popular books by Khaled Hossieni, that is The Kite Runner, A Thousand Splendid Suns, and The Mountains Echoed, as finally I have completed reading The Kite Runner. Last year, when the lockdown had just begun, I completed reading And the Mountains Echoed, while A Thousand Splendid Suns I read in 2017 after watching one of Helly's video. A Thousand Splendid Suns happens to be one of my favorite book, and it was that particular book with which I had made one of the first videos in this particular channel, Book Tales by Preetha. I will put the link of that particular video in the description down below. Hello and welcome to another new video by Book Tales by Preetha, wherein I come up with new content every week. As I said, in this particular video, I will talk about the three books by Khaled Hossieni. I will talk about the least favorite in the first and the most favorite in the end. So continue watching this video till the end to get to know which is my favorite book by Khaled Hossieni. If you are a new subscriber here, then do not forget to hit the subscribe button so that you get notified whenever I post a new video. Now, without further ado, let's begin today's video. First, I begin by talking about this particular book, And the Mountains Echoed by Khaled Hossieni. This particular book has a very good beginning. The particular narration that begins in the first 50 pages of this particular book, it kept me intrigued, and till date I remember the plot that was there in the first 50 pages of the book. After that, I felt that there are too many subplots, characters in this particular book, And the Mountains Echoed. It begins with the story of siblings Abdullah and Pari in 1950s Afghanistan, and the story continues over a span of 50 long years. After completing this particular book, I felt that as the book has got so many small short stories, it could have been easily made into a book of several short stories, because this particular novel has got lot many characters and each tale becomes very descriptive. The author has tried to keep a link between all the characters, but that was what my personal opinion about this particular book, And the Mountains Echoed. Have you read this book, And the Mountains Echoed by Khaled Hossieni? If yes is the answer, mention your feedback after reading this particular book in the comments down below. The next book is The Kite Runner, which is the most popular work of the author Khaled Hossieni. We all know that the core concept of this particular book is friendship. Friendship between two boys who grew up together. Amir, who hails from the upper strata of Afghan families, he is a Pashtun, with Hassan, who is Amir's father's servant son, who is a Hazara. The distinct character of these two boys who have grown up together have been well depicted by the author. Throughout the novel, we see various sub-concepts or topics such as Afghan invasion, class disparity in Afghanistan, how friendship means differently to two different people, how war had impacted young minds and Afghan society during 1970s, 80s, and a very good narration of how individuals are affected by what happens in their surrounding. In this particular book, we see Amir's father is more liking Hassan, who is his servant's son, just because of Hassan's nature and character. This is one of the things that disturbs Amir to a great extent. What he does to overcome this or to get on with it is what the story is, and in the tale, how kite matches also play a very important role, which is also the title of this particular book. I suggest you must read this book, because each of the book of Khaled Hossieni depicts emotion, and if you read the book very minutely, each of his work, you are bound to feel emotion at some extent while reading his works. Now let me talk to you about my favorite book by Khaled Hossieni, which happens to be A Thousand Splendid Suns. I have made a full-fledged video on this particular book, A Thousand Splendid Suns. Do check it out if you want to know a detailed feedback on this particular book, A Thousand Splendid Suns. The video was made towards the inception of this particular channel, Book Tales by Preetha. So do bear if you see some kind of slow motion while talking or anything in the video, because it was, I believe, one of the first videos that I had posted in my channel, Book Tales by Preetha. Now let me tell you about this book, A Thousand Splendid Suns. Okay, before that, if you hear any background sound or noise, because the Durga Puja festival has started and the mics are on, and this is the sound that will go on for day in and day out during this 5 days of puja. So please bear with it. I'm trying to speak as loud as possible. Now let me tell you the story of Thousand Splendid Suns, wherein we see Mariam and Leila, who are two women from two different generations, coming from two different socio-economic backgrounds, but how a certain incident or situation ties these two women, and how their heart-wrenching tale affect us readers to a great extent. In this particular novel, or in all the three novels, we have seen how Khaled Hosseni talks about the impact of war on the Afghan society. In this particular book, A Thousand Splendid Suns, we see how war not only has affected society and family, but how deeply war has impacted women living in the Afghan society. Considering the present condition, that was the top news of all the TV channels about the condition of Afghanistan a few days ago, I felt that this video talking about the books written by Khaled Hosseni, who also talks about the societies of Afghanistan, which we, even being Asians, don't know to a great extent. He has put it before the world to read, to emphasize, and to know more about Afghanistan. Definitely demands a thumbs up. Emotion, sorry tale of people, the condition, the plight of the society is something that as reader makes us to think twice. Like, we are living in this kind of society where we have every kind of facilities possible, but what is the condition of people living in our neighboring countries? We should think about it. Have you read any of the books by Khaled Hosseni? If yes is the answer, then which is your favorite book? Do mention in the comments down below. And how you like today's video, that also you mention in the comments below. I would be waiting for your feedback. So enjoy the festival time, and I will see you soon in my next video. Till then, tata, goodbye, and have a great day ahead.